Chrissy, good afternoon. How you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you, Simon. Good to see you.
Yes, likewise, likewise. And I suppose first thing I should really say is many congratulations in your appointment to the role of Chief Product Officer. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I know what we're really trying to achieve today. You've spent around 10 minutes just talking a little bit about your journey, talking about the role of CPO at Total Mobile and what you're looking to achieve, and just kind of give people a little bit of a flavor of what to expect over, the upcoming months and quarters, essentially. So you've been with Total Mobile for a little bit over a year. Is that right? Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Cool. So before we talk about the role of CPO, what are some of the highlights of your time at Total Mobile to date?
Oh wow. I would say that one of the highlights, really, kind of from a cultural perspective of joining Total Mobile, has been that the team is just brilliant. I mean, the people at Total Mobile are absolutely a highlight. I know people always say that about companies they work for, but coming in as head of product, as I did in August last year, and wanting to put in place a few changes around how the product team works, how we operate within the business, and how we work with others, it's really been like pushing an open door, and that's really testament to the mindset that's here at Total Mobile. People really want to improve, they want to evolve, they want to drive the business forwards, and they're really looking for any opportunity to do that.
Absolutely, and no, certainly. So there has been some highlights with regards to product releases and new process and the likes of that you've really implemented during your time that we're already
Yeah.
experiencing and making a difference.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we've got some really exciting things which have come out from the product team in that time. We've been moving into our utilities works management solution. We have been experimenting with some of our AI POCs. We're beginning to see them come into production. We're on the cusp of delivering a whole new product in the world of asset lifecycle management. And apart from that, we're really deepening our expertise in places like our insight and analytics, and leveraging our really kind of a broad platform of best in class products really and solutions for across the whole end-to-end FSM space. It's really exciting.
Yeah, fantastic. So the role of chief product officer itself, what does that mean in Total Mobile? And what are some of the big things that, as being in this role, that you will be looking to achieve?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think, first and foremost, for me, having a chief product officer within a product focused business is a really important thing. We
Sure.
do want to ensure that we are demonstrating that product leadership, both internally and externally to the market as well, in everything that we do. And having that CPO presence on the executive team means that we can have those discussions about making sure that we are always building for that
Mhm.
sustainable future for the business. We're not just thinking about this financial quarter or the financial year, but we're thinking about how that sets a foundation for where we want to go for the future as well, aligned to our customer needs, aligned to the market needs, and aligned to technology, and what's kind of really happening in that user space, especially in a place like field service management, and Total Mobile, putting the worker at the heart of what we do. We've got to be on top of those trends, and that kind of customer and user experience side as well. So it all feeds into that.
Yeah, and then you mentioned there the importance of the CPO role in a product-oriented company. You mentioned the importance of having, executive representation from a product side of things. But with this role of CPO, you're also taking up a seat on the board.
Mm.
How important is that to make sure that there is product representation at that board level, do you believe?
I think it's incredibly important. There's different types of organization which operate in different ways. As a small organization, often you're very driven by sales, by the commercial, by a founder sometimes. As you grow, we need that broader kind of perspective as well. Actually, what makes sense for us across the board, and balancing all those interests between the commercial aspects, the technology aspects, the business aspects, the user aspects. And I think that kind of move towards becoming more of a product-led organization, which doesn't mean it's all about product. It's about using
Sure.
the product and leveraging the product in the right way to drive growth. Having that product mindset at that board level helps to just open up, I think, other opportunities which might otherwise not be immediately available to that board, to the board, and understanding how, again, I'm going to say again, building that sustainable and durable business for the future. It kind of takes into account a lot of that product mindset and product thinking as well.
Absolutely, it's crucial. So, I suppose the big question is, we've covered, the progress that we've made in the product side of things since you joined just over a year ago. But let's look into the future here. So, the next 6 to 12 months, can you give us an insight into some of your priorities, your focus, and maybe some of the deliverables that you're looking to achieve during that time?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about where we're headed as an organization, we'd be very UK centric at the moment, but one of our big pushes at the moment is into other territories. So a lot of our work in the product team is looking at that internationalization of
Yeah.
our platform. Also, bringing that platform ever closer together and making sure we are delivering user journeys and delivering experiences and solutions and propositions which span all aspects of field service management, and making sure that our products are right where they need to be in order to lead that charge as well. AI is a huge theme for us.
Yeah.
Making sure that we are, as I say, bringing some of those proof of concepts into production. So we've got some really exciting things coming in around some of our scheduling capabilities, for instance. And for me personally as well, it's not just about the product that comes out the other end, it's the process of delivering product and creating it in the first place. And that's, we've done a lot of work. It's been a lot of effort across the team, not just within the product team, but across the business, to make sure that our product operating model is working the way it should. And so there's a bit more work we want to do around that, especially around things like the ideation side of the process, where we work more fruitfully with our customer base to ensure that we are really delivering what matters.
No, absolutely. And, having been fortunate enough to see roadmaps and seeing what we have in the pipeline to come out over the next kind of months and quarters, there definitely is some very exciting stuff, which the people who are watching this video will just have to wait a little bit of time. They learn about it. There's a final question from me, but I do think it's an important one. It's well known and appreciated that there is an underrepresentation of female leadership in the tech sector. It's also something Totalmobile are incredibly passionate about, and we have multiple initiatives in place to encourage that and encourage more female leaders in the company and in the market in general. You moving into the executive team, you joined Jill as being two female leaders in the business. But I would really like to get your experience of what it has been like being a female leader in Totalmobile over the last 12 months, and then any other kind of commentary that you would want to have around that area.
It is interesting. I think when you're a woman in technology and other areas as well, not just tech, but this is where I am. You become a role model just by virtue of being there. So you become very conscious of that as well. And I think that what's important to me is that knowing that I am kind of a role model for other women in technology, that puts on me a responsibility, I think, to make sure that I'm not just, that I'm able to help and kind of advocate for others who want to go through that journey as well. You asked about my experience here. I mean, experience has been brilliant. I mean, Jill is a fantastic role model for me as well, and I admire her hugely and what she's doing within the business. But it is, the fact remains that I can sit on many calls throughout the day and be the only woman in those calls in talking about product and development and all the things that happen on a day-to-day basis. And it is noticeable. But I think, having women on the board and in those executive and leadership positions, it's just hugely beneficial because it just brings a whole new perspective. It opens up the opportunity for new types of conversations. And I think personally, I'm just going to drop this in here as well. You and I both are recently new parents again with small babies.
Indeed.
It's not just women who are part of that process. It's having women who have had those small children in roles which are leadership roles. It also, I think, hopefully provides a bit of space for men in that position as well, to be able to kind of lean into their role as a parent and being able to balance that with work as well. And I think that visibility and that kind of equality and equitability which emanates from having women in leadership positions helps everybody. And that's what I'm here to do as well, is make sure that I'm not in dereliction of duty and helping other people to fulfill their own goals as well in that respect.
No, absolutely. Listen, very well said. And again, something that we are incredibly passionate about in Totalmobile. Well, listen, Chrissy, with regards to this call, I think we'll leave it there. You know, again, many congratulations on your appointment to the role of CPO. I think it really does mark an exciting future for Totalmobile, not just in the product side, but in general. There will be a lot more that we'll be talking about from a product perspective in the upcoming weeks and months. As I've said, there's some very exciting stuff that's in the pipeline, which will be out in market soon. But until then, you know, thank you again, and we will speak soon.
Thanks, Simon. Take care.